You've been following the Barbault Basket. You know what it is. You know it peaked on July 19th and 20th. You watched the full moon energy build toward July 29th. But here's what almost nobody is talking about, and what I think is actually the most personally relevant layer of this entire configuration. Today, July 25th, Neptune and Pluto form an exact sextile at 4 degrees Aries and 4 degrees Aquarius. The same degrees as the Barbault Basket. Which means today is not after the basket. Today is still inside it, operating at a deeper, quieter, more subterranean level than the dramatic peak of July 19th through 21st. And this layer? This is the one that changes your beliefs. Your dreams. The stories you tell yourself about what is possible and what you deserve. The unconscious patterns that have been running your life from below the surface. This is the hidden work of the Barbault Basket. And it's happening right now, in you, whether you're aware of it or not. Today's video is about becoming aware of it. If you've been following this Barbault Basket series and it's been helping you navigate this extraordinary period, hit like right now. It helps this reach people who need to understand what's still happening. And subscribe if you haven't. What's coming in the next 3 weeks on this channel is directly connected to everything we're covering today. Now, the hidden layer. What Neptune sextile Pluto actually is. Let me be precise about what is happening today, because precision is what makes this useful rather than vague. On July 25th, Neptune at 4 degrees Aries forms an exact sextile to Pluto at 4 degrees Aquarius. This is the first exact hit in a long series of Neptune-Pluto sextiles lasting into the early 2030s, part of the larger harmonious outer planet configuration in July 2026 that also involves Uranus and Jupiter. Those exact degrees, 4 degrees Aries and 4 degrees Aquarius, are the same degrees at which the Barbault Basket peaked. Neptune and Pluto are not separate from the basket. They are part of it. They are the deepest, slowest, most subterranean layer of the same configuration. With this long-term influence, we are especially able to see the layers of a situation. We're intrigued by what makes things work and by people's motivations. It's a time of rich experiences and cultural movements, transformative scientific thought and advancement. We seek a sense of purpose or magic now, wanting to elevate what's mundane or ordinary in our lives. And here is the most important thing to understand about Neptune sextile Pluto. Neptune and Pluto move so slowly that this sextile will return in different forms over the next couple of years. Today marks an early note in a long conversation between imagination and power, between what we're able to dream and what we're willing to let go of to make room for it. What you dream right now, literally and figuratively, matters more than usual. And what you're willing to release to make room for that dream? That is the question today is placing in front of you. What Neptune and Pluto are changing in you right now? Here's what makes this layer of the basket so personally significant, and why most people miss it entirely. The Jupiter-Uranus-Pluto aspects of the basket peak on July 19th through 21st were loud. You could feel them. They arrived as sudden clarity, unexpected conversations, decisions that could no longer be avoided, shifts in direction that were obvious and immediate. Neptune gently dismantle, that is the key phrase. This is not the dramatic demolition of Pluto alone. This is Pluto working with Neptune, with dreams, with imagination, with the fluid dissolving quality of the unconscious, to quietly, almost imperceptibly, change what you believe is possible. Neptune sextile Pluto gives a pioneering spirit, making you unafraid to challenge the accepted way of thinking and doing things. You can on the personal level, 3 specific things are shifting quietly in you right now. Let me tell you what they are. The 3 things shifting quietly in you today. Shift 1, a belief about what you deserve is dissolving. Neptune dissolves. Pluto transforms. When they work together in a sextile, they target specifically the beliefs that have been operating below your conscious awareness, the ones you didn't choose, that were absorbed from family, from culture, from early experiences of what was safe to want and what wasn't. Today, one of those beliefs is losing its grip. Not dramatically. You may not even notice it happening consciously. But something you have been telling yourself, about what you're allowed to have, who you're allowed to become, what is realistic for someone like you, that belief is being quietly, gently, permanently undermined by today's aspect. Pay attention to the thought that arrives today that surprises you with its boldness. The one that says, "What if I actually could?" That thought is Neptune and Pluto working. Don't dismiss it. Write it down. Shift 2. A dream you abandoned is returning. Neptune rules dreams, the sleeping kind and the waking kind. The visions of what your life could be that you carried once and then set aside. The creative direction you stopped pursuing. The version of yourself you glimpsed and then decided was too much, too ambitious, too far from where you were. Over the next few days, and especially today and tonight, pay attention to what surfaces. The old idea that arrives in a new form. The creative impulse that returns after years of silence. The direction that keeps coming back no matter how many times you set it aside. That returning dream is not nostalgia. It is information. It is Neptune and Pluto together asking, "Are you ready now?" Because the Barbault Basket just opened the door. The question is whether you'll walk through it this time. Shift 3. Your relationship with reality itself is expanding. Neptune sextile Pluto encourages us to transform our beliefs of reality and fantasy. This sounds abstract until you sit with what it actually means for your daily life. Most of us have a very fixed sense of what is real and what is not. What is possible and what is fantasy. What is practical and what is dreaming. And that fixed sense, that boundary between the possible and the impossible, was drawn a long time ago, by experiences and circumstances that may no longer apply to who you are now. Today's aspect is specifically designed to move that boundary. Not to make you delusional, Neptune and Pluto together are not about illusion. They are about a more accurate perception of what is genuinely possible when imagination and transformative power work together. Something you have been calling impossible, or unrealistic, or too late, or not for someone like you, is today being quietly reclassified. Not by you consciously. By the shift in the collective field that Neptune sextile Pluto creates. What becomes thinkable today that wasn't thinkable last week? That is the most important question. Here's what I need you to understand before this video ends, and this is the part that most people miss. The 3 shifts I described today, the dissolving belief, the returning dream, the expanding reality, are happening for everyone. But they are not happening in the same area of everyone's life. For some of you, Neptune and Pluto are working in your relationship house. The belief dissolving is about what you deserve in love. The dream returning is a relationship possibility you stopped believing in. The expanding reality is about what partnership can actually look like for you. For others, it's your career house. Or your sense of identity. Or your creative life. Or your relationship with money and abundance. You cannot know which one from this video. You can only know it from your personal birth chart, specifically, from where 4 degrees Aries and 4 degrees Aquarius fall in your chart. Because that is where Neptune. And here is the urgency I want you to feel right now. This sextile doesn't stay exact. Today is its peak. The window where this quiet, deep, belief level transformation is most concentrated is right now, not next week, not tomorrow morning. Right now, while you're watching this video. Moon reading gives you a free personalized reading built around your exact birth date. It shows you precisely where today's Neptune-Pluto energy is working in your chart, which belief is ready to dissolve, which dream is ready to Thousands of people have used this reading. The most common response? Finally understanding why certain areas of their life have always felt like they were operating under a different set of rules than everyone else. Today's aspect is explaining those rules, and beginning to rewrite them. Don't let today's peak pass without knowing where it's working in you. The link is the first one in the description. 2 minutes. Go now, while Neptune and Pluto are still exact. The hidden layer of the Barbault Basket is at its most concentrated right now. Go find out where it's working in your life, before today passes. The Barbault Basket didn't end on July 21st. It went underground. It moved into the quiet, subterranean layer where Neptune and Pluto work, beneath the noise, beneath the drama, and now, that layer is at its most exact. Most concentrated. Most personally active. A belief about what you deserve is dissolving. A dream you abandoned is returning. And the boundary between what you've been calling possible and impossible is quietly, permanently moving. You don't have to do anything dramatic to participate in this. You just have to pay attention. Notice the bold thought. Welcome the returning dream. Ask the question, what becomes thinkable today that wasn't thinkable last week? That question is your portal into the hidden layer of the Barbault Basket. If this video gave you something, like it right now. It helps this channel reach people who need to understand what's still happening inside this historic configuration. And subscribe if you haven't. The next video covers the node shift tomorrow and why the next 17 days before the solar eclipse are the most important window of the next 18 months. Drop in the comments, which of the 3 shifts are you feeling most strongly today? The dissolving belief, the returning dream, or the expanding reality? I want to know what the hidden layer of the basket is doing in your life right now. Until tomorrow, the basket is still working. In you. Right now. Trust the quiet.